No matter what you do, suffering will find you. Welcome to Psyche's Thoughts. My name isn't Psyche, it's Elizabeth. You're here, I'm here. We are here because I've decided that I'm gonna get on here every day and share a random thought with you guys. And this random thought is not so random because it's actually based um off of a essay I wrote around this time last year on my birthday, which was just about random observations that I've had, you know, in my then 23 years of living. I'm now 24. So that makes me unk. Some people don't think that makes me unk, but I think it makes me unk. Yeah. Yeah. So it's not gonna be a long video. It's really not. Now, if I didn't creep you, I hope I did. I really did hope I you scared you a little bit. um if I didn't creep you out by saying that, saying it the way that I did, then I probably put you off just because people don't I don't I don't know. Do people want to acknowledge suffering? Or do I sound like a nihilist or like some crazy person? I'm using suffering for like comedic effect, but I think it's still true. You can't outrun suffering no matter what you do. Okay. The word suffer, like to suffer or suffering, it has two main meanings. The first meaning is to experience something that is unpleasant or painful. So, illness, heartbreak, any sort of turmoil. That's a really fun word to say, turmoil. Yeah, that's the first meaning. That's the most common meaning that people think of when they use suffering. And the second one is to experience. Experience. Suffering is an experience. Or, well, no, sorry, to tolerate something. Well, to experience. Suffering is an experience. And no matter who you are, no matter where you are, suffering is a part of the human experience. You're going to go through something. You're going to go through something. And I think that lately, what I've seen is that a lot of people think that they have a very interesting thought about suffering. They either think that they cannot suffer because of something, or they think they're suffering because of something that has nothing to do with why they're suffering. Because the thing about suffering is that it doesn't really need a why. Like sometimes it has a why, but it doesn't need a why, you know? I think many times people think that they can avoid suffering if they make certain life choices. And that may be true. For example, if you don't want to get pregnant, do not have sexual intercourse, right? But why would I use that analogy? Okay, anyway, but that's true. And it's true, right? In the same way of abject suffering, like I'm not gonna make bad, if I don't make bad choices, I won't have bad life. If I make good choices, I have good life. And logically, in a perfect world, that would be true. But this world isn't perfect, and life is not fair. Making certain choices does not guarantee a life without problems or issue. It just means you won't have problems that are unnecessary, but you will still have problems that are unexpected or just problems, because that's just a part of, again, the human experiences. And I think that accepting challenges will come. I think, yeah, accepting challenges, rather, okay, accepting that challenges will come has freed me in a sense of the shame that accompanies problems. If I know, you know, that I was operating from the best space, or I made the best decision with the tools and knowledge I had at the time, even if those tools and knowledge were like very limited or messed up, if I know I genuinely did my best, I can focus on how to get through a situation rather than dwelling on where it went wrong, right? Because when you dwell on where it went wrong, it doesn't really solve the problem. It kind of makes it worse almost. Because you just you're dwelling on something that cannot be changed. The past cannot be changed. The only thing that you have is right now. You don't even have tomorrow. I don't even know why I just said that. I get on here and just ramble sometimes. And then I also think that okay, so there's a particular type of person that really annoys me. Um, and this is not exactly the most relevant part of this conversation, but have you ever met somebody that thinks that like they're suffering because they're pretty? Or they'll be like, "Oh, I experienced this and this and this because I'm it's so hard being pretty." Or have you met somebody that thinks that they can't suffer because they're pretty? Or have you ever met somebody that thinks that they can't suffer because they're too smart? Or have you ever met somebody that thinks they're suffering because they're too smart? Again, suffering does not need a why. It only needs your life. And as long as you have one, you will suffer. It's okay. It's okay. We're all suffering together. If you're suffering right now, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. That's me hugging you. I don't have nothing else. I mean, I don't have no advice. I'm 24, girl. Uh, I don't know nothing. Um, but I know suffering it doesn't last forever. And I've suffered quite a bit in my life. I've tolerated or had to experience a lot of things. Like, I shouldn't say a lot, but some things. And I guess I just what pushes me forward? I don't know. I'm not good at motivating. Why I'm saying that is that I guess my hope is that like as life progresses, I the I'm able to navigate suffering better so that the pain that comes with suffering is less and less and less. But I know that some suffering will just bring more pain no matter at what time, because if any of my family members die, no matter like how old I am, I'm still gonna be sad. This video needs to cut off. I'm just talking now. But if you're suffering, you're not alone. That's all I can offer you. And just focus on how to get out of the situation. Don't focus on how you got there, because you're already there. You're already there. Take a look around. That's all I had to say. If you want to see more of me, go to that corner. If you want to see the blog post, I'm gonna link it in the comments. That's what I'm gonna do. And if it's not there when you see that, comment. If you're suffering, comment too. What are you suffering? What are you going through? What's the worst thing you ever been through? Don't tell me that if you don't feel comfortable. Um, if you're watching this at night, have a good night. You can follow me if you want to, only if you want to. I'm not forcing your hand. I'm not forcing you to do nothing. Do whatever you want to do. It's your life. Bye bye.